In this video, we'll show you how to manage forms on your WordPress site using the Autocoder service. We will learn to create Frontend Form components in the Autocoder service, post your Frontend forms on the WordPress site, and receive data from user-filled forms in the WordPress admin console. In order to work with forms, we first need to create a new post type. The post type will allow us to save the data that users sent to the site using the forms. Let's imagine that we want to make a form for receiving feedback from users. Set the name of the new post type. Label a new post type, user requests. Create a new post type. Add properties in which we will store user requests. These will be the following properties. First name, property type, string. Family name, type is a string. Email, string. Phone number, string, and request. It will be the same string. Now we can save data for the 5 fields of the form and can add other components to work with our form. We can also select an icon that will be displayed for the type of post in the administrative console from the standard set of icons. In order to see the list of forms submitted by users, create an admin list. Add admin list. We then make a link to the type of post that we just created. Add admin list. Add columns to display in the admin list. First name. Select the link to Card Radio button. Card is a page in the administrative console that allows you to view the contents of the forms submitted by users without the possibility of changing them. Add family name column. It will also be a link to Card. Add email. And finally, add phone and remove the link from email field. Now let's add the admin form. We need this form so that we can display the card page on which the full user request will be displayed without the ability to edit the submitted data. In the list, we did not display the request field. The user will be able to see it using the card associated with the type of post. Specify the post type, user requests. Create admin form. Add the custom fields group. Add fields to this group. First name, family name, email, phone, and also add the request field and specify the text area control for this field. Now, add the front-end form itself, which we will place using the Elementor constructor on the pages of our WordPress site. Choose post type. Add the front-end form. Now, we need to add form fields. By default, we have Actions group of fields. This is a special group of fields that is always displayed at the bottom of the form and may contain buttons. By default, one Send button is created. Create a group for our custom fields. Add fields. First name, family name, email, phone, and request. For this field, specify the text area control. This will allow us to enter multi-line text. Now, let's make some fields required. First name field, family name. An email will also be required, and request will also be required. Add another field. We have a user agreement and we want users to accept it before submitting the form. To implement this functionality, there is a special control, agreement. Here we must provide a link to our agreement. Save. That's all. We have created a front-end form that will contain all of these fields. In this column, we can see if the field is required. True, required field. False, field is optional. Now we can generate the plugin. Update the plugin on our website. After updating the plugin, we can see that a new User Requests item has appeared in our menu with our new post type. Please note, here you can see the icon that we selected when creating User Requests post type. Let's create a page on which we will place the front-end form that we created. Name the feedback page. Immediately publish it. Run the Elementor editor and use it to place our form on this page. we go into the elements of our Event Protol plugin. And here we have the user request Frontend form. We drag it to the page and see that we have displayed our form with all the fields that we created. Please note that some of the fields are highlighted in red. These are required fields. Save page. Go to the page with the form. If we try to send an empty form, the form will not be submitted. For all fields that are required, we will see messages about the need to fill them. Let's fill out the form. First name, John. Family name, Smith. Email, phone, and some kind of request. Accept agreement. Now submit the form. A message appears indicating that the form was submitted successfully. The message text and font size can be adjusted in the properties of the Elementor form. Let's move on to the administrative console. Let's go to the user requests post list. Here we can see our request and can go to the card page. On this page we can see all the fields that were filled in by the user without the possibility of editing them. That is, all the requests that will be sent using the Frontend form that we placed, we will see here in the user requests list. So, we have learned how to create Frontend forms, create pages, and place them, as well as view user requests sent. This is where our tutorial ends. A detailed description of how to use the rest of the Autocoder service functionality can be found on the user documentation pages available in the Autocoder service. Also, if you have any additional questions or suggestions on how to use the service, you can always write to them at the specified address, and we will of course try to answer as soon as possible.